It was 30 years.
30.
That's okay. Sure. So he was charged with aggravated robbery causing serious bodily injury. It's a jugging case where he and his co-defendant followed the complainant from a bank all the way to the Chinatown neighborhood where she was going to a travel agency to get tickets for a trip to Vietnam. She withdrew about $4,000 in cash. At that time, Joseph Harrell got out of the vehicle, intercepted her on her way up to the travel agency, attacked her, and ultimately body slammed her into the ground, causing some severe injuries to her spine. And she is currently, at this time, still unable to walk.
So he pled to 30 years. How did you get him to plead?
Sure. So the punishment range he was looking at was anywhere between 5 years up to life in prison. In addition to this case, we had an aggravated assault case that stemmed from a purse snatching, as well as another aggravated robbery where he robbed a T-Mobile store along with a few co-defendants. With all of that evidence stacked up against him, I believe he thought it was in his best interest to take the 30 years that we had offered him.
Was there a lot of negotiation, or did it go pretty quick?
It was pretty quick. We were actually supposed to pick a jury today. Yesterday we had our last pretrial conference, and where we once again conveyed our offer and explained our intention to not come down from 30 years. And at that time, he decided to take the plea.
And have you talked to the victim yet, or has the victim been notified that Joseph pled guilty?
Yes, she's been notified. I spoke to her with the help of a Vietnamese translator, and she was very pleased.
So she was satisfied with the outcome?
Yes, she was.
There's been a lot of these extremely violent bank jugging.
Yes. Yes, it's been a real problem. People leaving banks, particularly people carrying obvious cash envelopes from banks, are being followed. Sometimes that results in their vehicle being broken into if they leave the money in there, or if they're carrying the money somewhere else, sometimes they're attacked, like in this case.
And how is she doing now?
So she is still confined to a wheelchair. She's undergoing daily physical therapy, and at this time, doctors are not really sure about what the outcome is going to be.
How about the co-defendant?
She is pled guilty to robbery, and she'll be sentenced by the judge in the 183rd District Court in about 2 weeks.
Did she testify against him?
It was not necessary because
Is she going to?
I'd rather not
Okay.
say that publicly, yeah.
So this was explain how this he decided to take a plea now.
Sure. So a lot of times the pressure of an upcoming trial where their exposure is all the way up to life in prison, that can kind of cause things to become real for someone accused of a serious crime like this. And I think that's what happened in this case. It was the eve of trial, and he saw kind of the writing on the wall, so he decided to take the plea.
And just for clarification, he pled guilty for the other cases also?
No, he pled guilty for this case, and the other two were dismissed as a part of the deal.
Okay. I'm sorry, can you say that again?
Sure. He pled guilty to 30 years on the aggravated robbery causing serious bodily injury case. In exchange for his plea, we also dismissed his other two pending cases.